From foundation to finishing touches, building a house is not for the faint of heart. I mean, there's so much to coordinate, and anyone who's building knows it takes more than just money. It takes grit, it takes vision, it takes determination. Welcome to the Build Up Show, brought to you by HOLT'S Hardware, the show for aspiring and in progress home builders.
That's my girl. I'll be your friend at the very end.
But before we get into today's episode, make sure you're following us on Instagram and TikTok at HOLT'S Hardware JA. In today's episode, we have with us Chris and Christine Hardy. They specialize in drywall installations, plumbing, carpentry, and bathroom installations, and they're here to show us how they transform a house into the home of your dreams. Welcome, Chris and Christine.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, you guys are a couple. You've been in this business of doing multiple trades for many, many years. I'm sure our viewers today will learn a lot from you. You do plumbing, you do drywall, you do bathroom installations, you do carpentry as well. So there's a lot we're going to get through in today's episode. But firstly, I want you to tell the viewers a bit about what you do. What are some of the kinds of projects you do so they can have some context?
Okay, mainly we do bathrooms from start to finish.
Yeah, whether remodeling or just started, it varies as you go along, all right? So it all depends on what you're going to do, what the construction of a bathroom you want to do.
Okay, so say I'm a person who is just building my house and I have an empty space for a bathroom. Walk us through the process from empty space to a finished bathroom. What does that look like for you and your team?
Well, it is a lot of things. First of all, you give consideration to the system you have presently, such as it could be a septic system, whereas it's different from the septic system is different from the sewer system. So it's we have to take that in consideration also as we commence such an activity in the plumbing section.
So explain to the viewers what a septic system is versus a sewer system.
A septic system is a system whereas you have a septic tank where all solid and liquid waste go into, then it leaves from that section and it goes to the pit itself.
Okay, so what are some of the important things you would need to know before starting a bathroom? Things like water pressure, things like fixtures. Just describe briefly what information a client would need to give you before you're able to start.
Okay, first thing that you need to know what bathroom they're doing really. If it's just a regular ordinary bathroom or the type of fixture they're using, so you will know exactly what to plumb for. So for instance, well, mainly people only use jacuzzi now, but say for instance they're using a soaking tub or a plus a shower. You understand? If they're using it's an air basin, so you know exactly what to plumb for. Instead of just plumbing ordinarily, you like to know from the customer what type of fixtures they're really using, so you can know exactly what to plumb for.
Yeah, each bathroom in our house can be a little bit different. It can be a powder room, which only entails a toilet and a basin, or it can be a bathroom where it's just for the children or for visitor. Then you can go on to a master bathroom, which is completely different also, where that is concerned. And then it varies as you go along and depends on all the things you want inside of the bathroom and how you want your bathroom. The bathroom can be small, but it can be expensive also.
Okay, so it just depends on what you put in there.
Yeah.
I can imagine that the location of the bathroom is very important. What is the worst place you can put a bathroom in a house?
In the center, in the middle of the house, it can be a little bit tricky right there.
Why is that?
Because it doesn't get enough air,
Properly vented.
and there is a way, you have to find a way to vent it when you put it in the middle of the house. Plus, you have to put in an extractor fan, to extract the bad smell from it and send it somewhere outside along the line.
And I'm imagining that would cost more, right?
Yes, it costs more, and it's going to cost you more because it's in the middle of the house.
So then where's the best place to put your bathroom?
On the outskirt of the house. In other words, it would be good if bathroom could have a window all by itself. So you put it on the outside, either on the right side of the house or on the left side or the back. You always want it to be on the outside, so to speak. Inside the house, but outside to the nearest point where it can get a window for itself.
Okay. And in terms of judging whether a bathroom is done properly or not, what are some things you can look out for to know that something in the bathroom is not right? And that could be in terms of plumbing or fixtures.
You know, it's kind of difficult when the things is under the ground to see what is happening underneath there. But just like basically, for me, I don't like to see plumbing work where the pipes is visible in the house. I like to see everything in the wall.
Okay.
You understand? Like, you know, you see like the waste pipe just standing up, the supply pipe. No. To me, I would say to me, it's not really aesthetic. I like to
It
see,
looks tacky.
Yeah. I like to see everything in the wall. Yeah.
Also, certain plumbings, when you go to do, to remodel a bathroom, sometimes we have to do some changes because it was originally done. It could be done a better way. In other words, sometimes the face basin face the toilet. And based upon the size of the bathroom, you want to have everything on one side so you can just easily walk into your shower rather than have to be guiding yourself from the basin or guiding yourself out of the toilet to reach to the shower. You just want everything at a comfortable space. So sometimes we have to shift that when time we do remodeling of a bathroom and put it in a better and an easier way of moving in your bathroom. Yeah.
So you guys don't just do plumbing, you do a variety of things. You do drywall as well. A lot of Jamaicans think drywall is flimsy. What would you say to a person to convince them that drywall is a feasible option for their house?
Well, I wouldn't really say drywall is something because it's really usable now.
Yeah.
A lot of people going into drywall now. But then I would use the plywood board or the super board. People have different names to call it instead of the drywall board.
Okay, so you have to explain the difference. What's the difference between the drywall board and the super board?
Well, the super board is
Water
is
resistance.
water resistant and it is protected from termites, water, and fire.
And fire.
Yes.
So that means drywall definitely can be strong.
Yes,
But
it can
that's
be.
a super board.
The super board.
Right. The drywall now, termite wall.
Yeah.
A lot of people
Drywall,
don't
what you
know
call really sheetrock, really.
sheetrock wall, right. But a lot of people don't really know that, but termites do take sheetrock wall.
And how quick before you normally realize people start complaining about termites?
Well, it depends on
It
the area where
varies
you live
according
still.
to areas.
Yeah, it depends on where you live. You understand?
So maybe a 5 years, something like
Right.
that. Wow.
And then the other disadvantage, if so for instance you have water, you have house flooded also, with the drywall, sheetrock, it will just melt away at the bottom of the wall. When you use the superboard, you're fine. You don't have to really worry that the water gets away and the board get damaged.
Okay, so what you're telling me, it's not the idea of dry board that's the problem. It's the type that you choose
Right.
that says how
Yeah.
durable it will be.
Yeah, it's more durable. Using the superboard is more durable.
Okay, so what is the installation process when you're doing a drywall?
Well, the installation process really. You
Well, at least you have to get your idea what you want, your space marked out, and then you pick out the type of track and stud you're going to use, which is metal.
So what's a track and stud? Cause
These are the rib. These are the rib of the structure you're going to put up in a part that of your drywall or your sheetrock or your superboard that you won't see in the long run.
it's like a skeleton.
That's correct. It's like
Okay.
a skeleton. So these are necessary. It's going to be firm, whether you anchor it to the ground, to the wall, wherever. It's going to anchor for a sturdy, structure. And you put them at a certain measurement. You can put them 16 inches apart or 24 inches. It varies as you go along. Depends on the size or the width. Depends on it all depends and varies as you go along.
So how can you tell a well done drywall versus a or come up drywall?
Well, I always look at the finishing, Yeah.
What about the finishing?
The finishing must look exactly like a real concrete wall, not to look like a dry wall. The strength of the wall is good. It's fine, You have to look at the strength. But the finishing when you finish a drywall, it must look like a firm concrete wall. You don't have to. No, you're not supposed to be seeing the tape line or the plaster line or anything like that. Yeah, it should have a smooth finish.
Okay. So you do drywall, you do plumbing, and you do bathroom installations. So you have a wide range of experience when it comes to putting the finishing touches to houses. What would you say are some of the trends that you've been seeing people asking for in terms of their bathrooms or their plumbing?
What are the trends people ask?
You have people with various tastes and various style, which sometimes some people will challenge you. A few people will challenge you, those who know exactly what they desire. So you have to really go deep for them and as wide as they want you to go. You can go as deep and as wide, depends on what they have in mind for you to really bring forth. Because sometimes they have a vision of what they want, because some people love their bathroom so much that they will come home and go straight to the bathroom after work just to admire the bathroom.
Wow.
Yes.
So you think they love the bathroom more than the kitchen?
I
Well,
think really
some
love the
people do.
bathroom.
Wow, that's unbelievable to me.
Yeah, some people
No,
do.
man, I remember the lady when we did our bathroom. She said every evening she come from work, she go into our bathroom and sit down and look into our bathroom.
Wow, that just speaks to the quality of work that you guys do,
Yeah,
right?
She really love our bathroom.
Speaking of quality work, there are some traits that would determine whether a plumber is quality or not. What are some red flags that will tell you a plumber is not fit for the job?
To me, the first red flag is when they don't know the fittings. They're trying to buy some fittings, but they don't know the name of the fittings.
What about you, Chris? What are some red flags in a plumber?
Red flags can be various, depends on how them utilize the fixtures. Based upon the experience we have. We have experience where a person will come to us in a hasty manner just to find out. All right, for instance, one lady, a plumber put in her bathtub. She, after him leaving, she pull it back out of the wall because she feel like everything wrong where the mixer was concerned and the bathtub was put in. And she wasn't, when we went there, she was really wrong in pulling it out back or pulling out and showing us what happened. Because indeed, the mixer never turned right. And maybe the bathtub need to go in at a different level. So it varies as you go along. It do varies. Yeah, but it all depends on how much experience the plumber have. Yeah, it all depends on the experience.
You yourselves have had a lot of experience, over 20 years.
Roughly, yeah.
Yes. So you would have had so many experiences in the plumbing industry, in the drywall space, or even in the bathroom installations. What is one of the best experiences you've had with a project?
The best experience are the challenging ones, Anyone will challenge you beyond the ordinary.
Give me an example of one that comes to mind.
Well, which one comes to mind? There is one. There's more than one, really, because you have some floor, whereas it's not upstairs floor and it's not fully concrete, and you have to put in a shower in such an area, and it's gonna tile. Any little error, water is going to go downstairs because it's not a slab concrete area where you can really rest assured that it is properly done. So where you come on to tiling work and putting in the fixtures and rather, it sort of send you way back in your headspace to think about what could occur after you finish work. So you have to do all that you can do to the best of your knowledge and understanding and experience so you get this thing done properly one time. Yes.
So you're telling me the best jobs that you'd have are the ones that are the most challenging?
You have some jobs that is very challenging, I can remember we had to do bathroom that when they are up in the ear, far up in the ear. I don't remember.
When you say up in the ear, what do you mean?
7th floor or 8th floor in the ear. And when you pull out the bathtub, you look on the next man's bathroom below it. And you have to create certain activity just to go downstairs to the man and tell him, say, even though you inform the person, the resident below you, that you are doing remodeling the showers and the bathroom rather, you have to work it out that because a big opening is there, after you pull out the bathroom and you're going to put in a shower now, what do you do in such an activity? All right? In such an occasion, what we do is get the same concrete board and tie a piece of steel, bore it and tie a piece of steel on it and try to bring it underneath the slab itself. And after you bring it underneath the slab, you try to bring it as close as possible, and then you make some hard cement, some hard mortar, and put around it, and try to start to lock it up from there. So, and when that dry, then you put some more, and you put it as you go along, and then you make the right one and spread it all over it when the time come, and create your shower without having to go downstairs to interrupt the person in the bathroom or use one of those jack up the thing up there from downstairs. You don't want to interrupt them. They call it sure. They call it sure. Like when you put up slab, because it's a mini slab, that's so to speak, It's a mini slab. So in order to avoid all the activity that could have gone below the shower that you're creating up there, you work from up there instead of come down here to work up there.
Okay, understood.
Yes, yes.
Wow, that sounds very challenging, but also fulfilling, and I can tell that you're very passionate about this. I can imagine on the flip side, there may have been some experience or a project that really was the worst experience you can think of. See, Christine laugh. Laugh. Tell us about a story with the worst experience.
The worst experience is we were working with this contractor, and the place we were working, they didn't have any water.
How did that go?
Okay. So
it was a kitchen we was repairing?
a kitchen, right? And there was no water. But the same day the kitchen was installed, water came. And the kitchen was super bored. So when we went the next morning, the whole place was flooded out.
Wow.
And it damaged the whole of the kitchen. There was no water for months. They don't have no water. But water decided to come the day when the kitchen installed.
Wow.
Right? And when we went the morning, the whole place was swimming with water.
So what did you have to do?
What we had to do?
Yeah.
Well,
I think we had us to watch.
thanks Evan, it was a contractor thing. So.
Oh, so you didn't have to deal with that, the contractor.
But they had to replace the kitchen, the bottom of the kitchen thing.
Which turned out to be more money, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's very sad.
yeah.
And very seemingly random.
Yeah.
I mean, there was no water, no.
Can you imagine? No water for so long. And we
the
never
day-
even paid no attention that we should find a way to lock off the system. We just get up, start work, do what we are doing, and get out of there. Only to find out at the end of the day, water came the same night, only to destroy the bottom half of the cupboard, or the part of bottom half of the cupboard.
That's so unbelievable, to be honest. That's so unbelievable.
That was a fear either.
That was the worst one.
Well, you can look back at it now and laugh.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
that is
and
true.
I'm sure you've learned that whenever you're doing future projects, always turn off the water, right?
And always turn off. Never leave a pipe on when you finish work. Never. Nobody not at the premises, don't leave the pipe on.
Yeah, wow, that's a very enlightening story. I'm hoping the viewers are learning from that. We're going into our second segment, which is rapid fire games and questions. Are you ready?
Rapid fire games and questions.
Yes.
Let's see.
So I'm going to ask questions and you answer as quickly as possible. We have a few segments and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. We're starting off with something simple. Top 3 must-haves for a Jamaican home.
What?
Top 3 things every Jamaican home should have.
Oh, top 3 things. Wow.
Every Jamaican home should have in top 3. Like a kitchen, bathroom.
Well, a top 3 things a Jamaican home should have. Yes, a kitchen, a bathroom, and a bedroom.
Okay. What about 3 things that should never be in your house?
In my house?
Yeah, 3 things that should never be in a house.
I would say for my house, I wouldn't say never be in a house. I would say for my house. For my house, I don't think I need a bar in my house.
A bar.
Yeah, I don't think I need a bar in my
That's
house.
a very interesting one.
Yeah, some people
2
do have
more.
a bar.
2 more.
What else?
I don't know. I like pets. I like flowers.
Repeat. Pets.
I like pets. So,
Oh, you like pets. You like indoor pets?
yeah, I do.
Oh, that seemed like a tough one for you guys.
Yes.
Okay, let's
At the moment.
at the moment.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on to a segment of plan or scam. So I'm going to give a scenario, and if you agree with the scenario, you say plan. If you don't agree with the scenario, you say scam. Plan or scam, using drywall for ceilings.
Plan.
Why plan?
Because good for
Drywall is
use
good
for
for
ceiling.
Why is it good to use for ceiling?
Because superboard is too heavy for out there.
Because what board?
Superboard is too heavy.
Oh, superboard is too heavy. Installing drywall before running plumbing lines.
Scam.
Yeah.
You need to put the plumbing line in place at the first half of the drywall, preferably.
Or else, what will happen if you don't?
Yeah, you'd have to go back and cut the drywall to put in the
And
the
that don't
plumbing
make no
line.
sense, right?
No.
That make no sense. Tiling directly over drywall is completely fine in a shower.
It's completely fine in the shower.
It varies again because you have a green drywall board that you can tile on. Also, the plywood board or cement board, you can easily tile over those.
So it's a plan or scam depending on the type of board that you can paint drywall the same day it's installed.
Scam.
Why is that a scam?
Okay, you need to plaster it and
You need
everything
to
first.
get a finishing touch.
Make it dry.
You've
Sand
seen
it
it.
down and everything.
And how long should you usually leave the plaster to dry?
Well, I would say a day, 24 hours, make it dry properly.
24 hours and then it's fine. Flushable wipes are okay for the toilet.
No.
You laugh like you have a story. You have a story with that?
Yes.
Tell us a story. Why shouldn't you use flushable wipes? Why is it a scam?
We find it very challenging because when you go to challenge the flushed wipes, they can challenge you. Yes. Some is difficult. And there is an instant that one took us more than 1 day to get it sorted out. It did challenge us, serious challenge.
And that's just flushable wipes alone.
And just flushable wipes.
Wow, so don't recommend flushable wipes in the
No,
toilet
no.
at all.
Not at all.
You hear that, folks? No flushable wipes in the toilet. Only tissue.
Yeah. Correct.
Anything else? Just tissue.
Just tissue.
tissue.
Right.
Okay. So moving to a quick section of fix it in a 60 seconds, where I'm going to give a scenario and you're going to tell me how you fix it in 60 seconds. My bathtub is draining really slow. What can I do before I call the plumber?
Check the drain to see if it's clogged up with air.
And if it is, how do you get rid of that?
You just use something like with a hooks and pull out the air out of it.
My shower water pressure is really low. How do I fix that?
Well, maybe a shower head need cleaning, so you could put it in some vinegar.
She quick, you know. That's less than 10 seconds, you know. Experts, guys, experts. I hear dripping behind the wall, but I can't see a visible leak. What do I do?
Call the plumber.
Call the plumber.
Yes, yes.
This was a very insightful episode. Thank you so much, Christine and Chris, for joining us. I know you're very, very busy people, so unfortunately, we won't be able to share your contact information on today's show. But I'm wishing you all the best with your career moving forward, and I'm wishing you an amazing day as well.
Thank you
Okay,
very much.
Thank
and
you
thanks
very
for
much. All right.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of The Build Up Show, brought to you by HOLT'S Hardware. Remember to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at HOLT'S Hardware JA. HOLT'S Hardware, we help you make it happen. We're on 4 Bevan Pen, St. John's Road, St. Catherine, and for pickups or deliveries, you can call or WhatsApp us at 876-454-4949 or 876-548-3050. We'll see you in the next episode.